Hi guys, welcome to another Benima Creative Bootcamp graphic design tutorial section. Today we are going to treat image dispersion. So I would like you to open a new document. You can just open the picture of the model with Photoshop and you can see the imprint of the photographer on the end. Remove it using clone stamp tool. We don't want anything to tamper with our model. Then remove the background, select the background. You can use a magic wand. Using magic wand, you can see that it selected the highlighted part of the image. I have to use lasso tool to select that particular portion in order to deselect or to select that portion to make it perfect. You refine the edges. Then you duplicate your document. Initially, I converted the layer into smart object. Then the next thing you have to do is to rasterize the image. You have to go to filter, then you choose liquify, then you adjust the image just like you see on the screen. Then after that, don't forget to go to brusheasy.com. then you look for the brush particle or anything you related to what you have, but you have the link of those brushes on there. Then after that, how do you install the brush? You click on your brush tool, then under the option tool you can click the brush option. Then you will see a setting at the edge of the brush options. Then you import your brush in through that. So when you import your brush, you will see it in the list of the brushes. So the next thing is to choose your brush, but before you choose your brush, out of the two layers, you must make sure you create a layer mask. One, you fill it with black. The first one, the copied one, you fill it with black, which is the one you liquify. You fill it with black. Other layer mask, you fill it with white. Initially, it's white by default. Then the next thing you do is you paint the picture under, which is the first one, halfway. Then you pick one of your brushes, maybe the dust, sound, the particles one. Then you begin to paint. You lower your brush to something like around maybe 21 points. Then you paint the edges. So after painting the edges, the next thing you have to do is to make sure that the other part of the image doesn't have any edges. You must blend the edges all through. After that, you now pick the one on the top, which is the black one. Then you make sure you have the white as a foreground color. Then you begin to don't forget to reduce your brush as well and begin to paint it. So the dispersion is going to be from lower version to the higher version. It's like something breaking out. Then you have a lower breaking. Then you have it extending at the end. So at the end of the day, you perfect your painting. And then the next thing you have to do is that all the edges of your painting should not come out. You have to dress all the edges and you make sure you perfect them very well. You make sure you perfect everything very well. Then at the end of the day, you come up with something so beautiful. Something like something like this. You take your time to perfect it. And the next thing you have to do is to bring in the image of the city, then put it at the back and make sure you had multiply. You multiply it so that it can blend with the background. You multiply it so that it can blend with the background. Then you create a new layer. Then after creating a new layer, you paint it with orange. Then you pick overlay, create a new layer. Then you paint the next one with blue. Then you also pick add light, so to blend the image and to blend the layers together. Then the next thing is to look for any of this house. Then any of this picture, then you place it on top. Then you dress it, but before you dress it, you make sure you choose divide. Then after choosing divide, dress the edge. Make sure you have a blend edge on top. Then at the end of the day, you come up with something beautiful like this. So the next thing is to choose your brush, create a new layer. You choose your brush, then choose the sky. I think everybody has the cloud brush. If you don't have, you can go to Brush Easy, then download the cloud brush and install it as well. Then paint your cloud on top, make sure it looks so real. And I'm using blue to paint the sky, and that's how we come up with this beautiful design. So you can like the video, you can also comment. If you have any question, you can just throw the question down below, so I will appreciate that and I will answer you as soon as I see it. Thank you very much. Stay creative.